There's nothing more controversial than a good old-fashioned country song. For every person that loves the song, 5 more people will say it makes their ears bleed. And these songs in today's video are all complete hits. But they also seem to annoy millions of people like no other. These might not be the worst country songs ever recorded. In fact, some of them may be your favorite. But of course there's gonna be tons of people lining up to disagree with you, and certainly me. But as it turns out, there's more to these hits than you may think. Songs on this list involve juicy sex scandals, the Civil War, and eyeball removal, which I just thought was the official Red Ryder BB gun from A Christmas Story. These tunes have been involved in military conflicts, political conventions, and international incidents. Believe me, we've got a wild ride ahead of us. But before we begin, please smash that thumbs up icon to show support. Subscribe to the channel for more country content like this. But come on, let's go find out.
What happened?
The Osborne Brothers, Rocky Top, 1967.
Wish that I was on a rocky top down in the Tennessee hills.
If you're lucky, you've never heard of this rootsy tune. But if you're from the state of Tennessee, you certainly have. But this ultimate earworm was close to never working its way into the world, or deep into our ears. Here's the scoop. The Osborne brothers didn't exactly have the best luck growing up. They were born in tiny Rourke, Kentucky, but they soon had to move because their house burned down. Growing up now in Dayton, Ohio, their father made them perform regularly. Then Bobby Osborne was drafted into the Korean War. Quite a different story from the glitzy Nashville pop stars of today, you know. Well, after Bobby got out of the Marines, the brothers grinded as struggling musicians for several decades, until Rocky Top blew up. In a stroke of luck for the unlucky lads, the University of Tennessee marching band began playing the song during their practice drills. And then the song was played during a halftime show. Well, the fans went crazy, and it wasn't long until it was a regular part of every game. Still today, Rocky Top is one of Tennessee's official state songs. Now, I don't know what your high school was like, but this is the first time I've ever heard of marching band kids making something more popular. And you can trust me, I was 7th chair trombone. So where are the Osborne brothers today? Sadly, Sonny Osborne died in 2021, while Bobby continues to perform with his band Rocky Top Express, along with 2 of his sons. That don't impress me much. Shania Twain, 1997.
Okay, so you're a rocket scientist. That don't impress me much.
For decades, Shania Twain has been one of country music's most beloved female singers, but she raised quite a few eyebrows with this one. Fans had gotten used to Shania's authentic brand of good old country music, but this song was different and climbed the charts fast. And it's no surprise why. Its sassy story about a woman fed up with men trying to impress her was a natural fit for pop radio. But while the song has a simple enough message, its inspiration is actually a lot juicier. One of the more famous lines occurs when a man tries to impress the singer with his good looks. Shania sarcastically says, "Okay, so you're Brad Pitt."
Okay, so you're Brad Pitt. That don't impress me much.
Listeners assume that Brad Pitt was used here because he's a classic hunk. But Shania actually revealed in a 2017 interview that she actually chose Pitt for another reason. In 1997, Playgirl magazine published nude pictures of Brad. Nobody knew where they got the photos. Pitt did not give them permission, and the incident quickly blew up into a worldwide scandal, in which millions of people across America were shocked by the graphic nature of the leaked photos. That is, everyone except Shania Twain. Twain said she didn't understand what all the fuss was about, and thought it was normal to see naked people. That's where she got the idea for the song, and that's why Brad's name is immortalized in her tune. Not being impressed by much seems to be a theme with the superstar singer. In 2008, she divorced her husband after he cheated on her with her best friend. That has to sting and certainly is not impressive. But Shania Twain seems to be doing more than okay. She currently lives in Switzerland and recently joined forces with superstar Harry Styles for a killer guest appearance at Coachella. Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy. Big and Rich, 2004.
Girls say, save a horse, ride a
Usually a song has to be around a long time for people to get sick of it. Cotton Eye Joe has been around since the Civil War. But this one is unique because while it's a lot newer than most of the others, it took almost no time at all to become one of the most hated songs in country music history. In fact, a whole country ended up beefing with it. Where do I even begin with this one? I mean, just look at the lyrics and you know you're in for a doozy. Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy is a country rap song about Big and Rich going to Nashville, handing out $100 bills and being a general pain in everyone's butt. The chorus is just as crude, and the group ended up in an international controversy when a t-shirt manufacturer printed parody t-shirts, in which the word cowboy was replaced by different nationalities. When the Taiwanese government saw shirts that said "Save a Horse, Ride a Taiwanese," they were not too happy about that. They called the shirts appropriately racially discriminatory and insensitive to Taiwan. So what do you think? Is this song distasteful, or is it good old-fashioned country music? Big and Rich are still kicking it and recording music today. Their latest release was back in 2017. Let's just hope nobody tells Taiwan. Achy, Breaky Heart, Billy Ray Cyrus, 1992.
Don't tell my heart, my achy, breaky heart, I just don't think it understand.
You cannot make a halfway decent list of most hated country songs without this one. And while many people love this song and do have fond memories of line dancing to it, it's not just one of the most hated country songs of all time. It's one of the most hated songs of all time, period. And that's not just me saying that. VH1 ranked it number 2 on their list of the 50 most awesomely bad songs ever. But while everybody knows Achy Breaky Heart, few know about the controversial direction Cyrus took the song decades after it made him famous. It was 2014. Remember what was going on with the Cyrus family in 2014? Oh yeah, that's right. While poor Billy Ray didn't say much publicly about his daughter's controversial turn, he did appear on a hip-hop version of the song with a little-known rapper named Buck22. The song and its video contain some references to Miley's bad girl turn, including the lyrics, "Miley keeps twerking, daddy's song is working."
Miley keeps twerking, daddy's song is working. Now Billy sing that crazy hook again. Rackin' ball.
As hateable as the other songs on the list might be, that lyric alone cements Achy Breaky Heart's place. Red Solo Cup, Toby Keith, 2011.
Red Solo Cup, I fill you up.
Successful country songs have been written about a myriad of random objects. Tractors, trucks, trusty dogs, you name it. But many listeners thought that superstar Toby Keith took that a little too far in 2011, when his smash hit Red Solo Cup came out. The song is just a silly party track dedicated to the iconic cups and the drinks that fill them. But even Keith's most diehard fans, many of whom fell in love for his touching storytelling in songs like As Good As I Once Was, were all pretty baffled by this one. But then something remarkable happened. The song began to shoot up the airwaves, and it was resting at number 15 on Billboard's Hot 100 quicker than you can say, "What the cup?" So what happened? Well, to understand why Red Solo Cup blew up, you first have to understand what was going on in music at the time. Every single time you turned the radio on, there was a song about spending money at the club and popping bottles. What America really needed was a song with a different message. That all you really need for a good time is some good friends, some pretty girls, and of course some Red Solo Cups. Just look at the official music video, which featured American icons like Jeff Dunham, Ted Nugent, Sammy Hagar, and many more. There were no supermodels or flashy limousines, just some good old boys who knew how to have a good time. The song was about more than just a cup. It was a breath of fresh air to millions of people. However, while that theory goes a long way in explaining why Red Solo Cup was popular, it doesn't change the fact that it's still one of the most hated country songs of all time. In fact, even Toby Keith himself said it was the stupidest song he had ever heard in his life, which I think is pretty funny. Toby Keith tells it like it is. Cotton Eye Joe, various artists.
I've been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
Don't even try to pretend you haven't heard this song like a million times. From 5th grade dances to your cousin Betty's wedding, Cotton Eye Joe basically transcends country music. But this song has a very long and fascinating history that few people know. It's a pretty mysterious song considering how ridiculous it is. Much like Cotton Eye Joe himself, nobody really knows where the song Cotton Eye Joe comes from. Some people reported hearing it before the Civil War, sung by a mysterious man in Louisiana. So what does cotton-eyed even mean? There are countless theories. Some people say it means being drunk on moonshine. Others say it means being blinded by wood alcohol. While some say it refers to a process by which an eyeball is removed and replaced by a wad of cotton. Pretty gnarly, right? Either way, the song gradually became popular as a folk song in America through the 1800s and 1900s, especially when a line dance and a partner dance were developed for it. And then the song really blew up again when a cover was recorded by a Swedish Eurodance group, Rednecks, adding the hate it or love it dance pop beat you may know so well. Alright, that's it for me for now. If you hate any of these songs on the list, this video probably didn't change your mind, but we hope you learned a thing or two about these songs. And now I really do want to know what you think. Are these 5 of your most hated country songs? Which country tune did we miss? And which of these songs does not deserve to be here? Get in the comments and defend yours. And before you go, please smash that thumbs up icon to show support. Subscribe to the channel and come back often so we can keep telling you what happened.